The Galactic Council chamber was silent, but not calm. Hundreds of alien leaders sat in floating seats made of light and metal. They came from worlds of fire, ice, gas, and stone. They had conquered stars, erased species, and rewritten history. At the center of the chamber, a massive screen showed one small blue planet, Earth. Laughter spread through the council. Sharp laughs, cold laughs, proud laughs. These are the humans, one alien lord said. So weak, so emotional, so divided. Another leader leaned forward, his eyes glowing. They fight among themselves, he said. They argue, they cry, they forgive too easily. The council agreed. Humans were seen as soft, a species that talked more than it acted, a race that chose mercy over strength. The vote to attack Earth seemed easy. Then a slow voice broke the noise. Do not attack the humans. All eyes turned to the speaker. He was old, older than most civilizations in the room. His armor was scratched, his body worn by time and war. Many recognized him. A general who had survived 3 galactic collapses. A commander who had seen empires rise and fall. The council laughed again. Are you afraid of humans? Someone mocked. The old general did not raise his voice. I am afraid of what comes after humans stop forgiving, he said. The chamber grew quieter. You think they are weak because they do not strike first. The general continued. You think they are harmless because they offer peace. He paused. Humans always give chances. Some leaders rolled their eyes. Yes, chances, the general said. First chance to talk, second chance to walk away, third chance to stop. And when those chances are gone, he added, they do not seek revenge. The council leaned in. Curious now, they seek denial. The general said, they deny you victory. They deny you survival. They deny you a future. A silence followed, heavy and uncomfortable. One warlord laughed loudly. Empty words, he said. If humans are so powerful, why do they hide behind kindness? The old general looked at the image of Earth. Because kindness is their warning, he replied. The council voted anyway. Fear was buried under pride. Confidence drowned out wisdom. The attack was approved. Within hours, alien fleets moved toward the human system. Weapons charged, armies prepared. Victory was expected. When the fleets reached the edge of human space, something strange happened. There was no resistance, no weapons fire, no threats. Instead, a single human ship approached. Small and unarmed, it sent a message. We welcome you. The alien commanders were confused. The message continued. We know you are stronger. We know you can destroy us, but we ask you to talk. Some commanders laughed. Others felt uneasy. The human message did not end there. We forgive your fear. We forgive your weapons. We forgive this mistake. Then the final line appeared. This is your first chance. Back in the council chamber, the old general closed his eyes. He had seen this before. The beginning always looked the same. The humans did not beg. They did not threaten. They opened a door. The galaxy did not yet understand that when humans offer forgiveness, they are not surrendering, they are counting. Humans are too kind. The alien fleet stopped at the edge of human space. Thousands of ships waited in perfect formation. Their weapons were ready. Their soldiers prepared. They expected fear. But Earth sent no war signal. No shields rose. No fleets rushed forward. Instead, more human ships arrived. They were small, simple, and unarmed. They carried medical units, food supplies, and repair tools. The alien commanders watched in silence. This was not how wars began. A human voice filled the command channels, calm and steady. We see your damaged ships. We can help. One alien cruiser had suffered engine failure during the jump. Its crew was trapped, losing power. Without waiting for permission, human ships moved closer. Human engineers boarded the alien vessel. They worked side by side with alien crews. They repaired systems they had never seen before. They asked questions, learned fast, and adapted. The alien crew watched in confusion. No chains, no threats, no hidden weapons. When the repairs were finished, the humans stepped back. They even shared extra fuel. This makes no sense, one alien commander said. They should fear us. On Earth, human leaders opened communication channels. They invited the alien envoys to talk, not in space, but on neutral ground. The meeting room was simple. No gold, no guards with weapons. Just tables, lights, and quiet walls. Human representatives spoke slowly, using clear and simple words. We do not want war. We believe cooperation is better. They offered trade routes, medical knowledge, star charts, and shared protection from other threats. The aliens listened, suspicious but tempted. Humans were offering value without demand. Behind closed channels, alien generals whispered, "They are afraid. This kindness is weakness." They noticed something else. Humans did not beg. They did not lower their heads. They spoke as equals. One alien officer studied the human records. He saw a strange pattern. Humans always tried peace first, even after being hurt. "This species survives by mercy," he said. Another officer smiled. "Then mercy will destroy them." As talks continued, humans helped more. They healed injured alien soldiers. They returned lost prisoners. They even apologized for past misunderstandings. The galaxy watched in disbelief. No race had ever treated invaders this way. The Alien Council received reports. Humans are compliant. Humans are cooperative. Humans are harmless. Pride grew. Confidence turned into greed. A secret plan was formed. Once humans lowered their guard completely, the real attack would begin. The humans sensed tension, but they did not pull back. They continued to offer peace. One human diplomat sent a private message. "We trust you." That message sealed the decision. The alien fleets repositioned quietly. Weapons powered up in silence. Orders were given without open signals. The humans noticed movement. They asked questions. They requested clarity. No answers came. On Earth, one human leader looked at the stars. "This feels wrong," he said softly. Another replied, "Hope always feels risky." Above them, alien weapons locked onto human cities. The kindness had reached its limit, and the galaxy was about to see what humans do when trust is used as a weapon. The first BTRA, while the attack did not begin with a warning, it began with silence. Alien ships fired without speaking. Energy weapons burned through Earth's orbit. Satellites vanished in seconds. Defense stations turned into fire and dust. Cities below saw the sky light up, not like stars, but like falling suns. Millions of humans died in the first strike. Homes collapsed. Hospitals burned. Voices were lost under the noise of destruction. The alien commanders watched their screens. They expected screams. They expected panic. Instead, they saw order. Human rescue ships launched immediately, not to attack, but to save. Emergency signals spread across the planet. Evacuation plans activated. Shelters opened. Medical teams moved through fire and smoke. The aliens were confused. "Why are they not fighting back?" one commander asked. On Earth, human leaders gathered in damaged halls. The air was thick with dust and grief. Faces were tired. Eyes were red. A young officer slammed his hand on the table. "They killed our people," he said. "We should strike now." An older leader shook his head. "Not yet," he replied. The aliens launched a second wave, more precise, more cruel. Energy beams targeted food centers, water systems, power grids. This time, the damage was deeper. The message was clear: submission or extinction. Still, the humans did not answer with weapons. Instead, a single transmission was sent to the alien fleet. Clear, calm, and short. "This was your second chance." The alien commanders burst into laughter. "Second chance," one mocked. "They think this is a game," another said. "They are too emotional to fight." Behind their confidence, something strange began to happen. Human fleets did not approach, but human signals spread across the galaxy. Trade networks paused. Data exchanges stopped. Human advisors vanished from foreign systems. The aliens did not notice at first. They were too focused on victory. On Earth, civilians helped each other in silence. Strangers carried strangers. The wounded were treated before the healthy. Human media showed no anger. Only names. Only faces. Only memory. A human child was pulled from rubble. She asked one question: why did they lie? No one answered. The Alien Council received new reports. Humans are withdrawing. Humans are isolating. They celebrated. They are afraid now, the Council declared. But the old general was silent. He stared at the data streams disappearing one by one. "This is not fear," he whispered. "This is counting." A third message arrived from Earth. It was not loud. It was not angry. "You chose violence after mercy. You chose lies after trust." The message ended there. No threat, no promise, just facts. The alien fleets prepared for the final push. They believed the humans were broken. They did not understand one simple truth. Humans do not rush revenge. They let it grow. And somewhere in the dark of space, systems began to fail quietly. As the price of betrayal started to unfold, The last warning days passed after the betrayal, but the humans still did not attack. To the alien empires, this felt like victory. Earth was wounded. Human fleets were silent. No counterstrike had come. Celebrations began across alien worlds. Generals spoke of conquest. Council leaders planned how to divide human space. Then small problems started to appear. A mining colony lost contact with its suppliers. An energy station failed without reason. Navigation systems began to show errors. At first, these were ignored. Machines break, systems fail, but the failures spread. Trade ships waited for clearance that never came. Automated ports stayed closed. AI systems asked for human authorization that did not arrive. The alien engineers worked day and night. They checked codes. They replaced hardware. They reset networks. Nothing worked. Across the galaxy, the same pattern appeared. Food deliveries slowed. Medical shipments stopped. Fuel reserves dropped fast. The alien council demanded answers. Where are the humans? They asked. The answer was simple. Gone. Humans had pulled back from every shared system, every alliance, every support role. They did not announce it. They did not threaten it. They simply left. Only then did the council remember. Human hands were everywhere. In trade routes, in communication nets, in supply chains. What was once called cooperation was now understood as dependence. Panic slowly replaced pride. An alien governor sent an urgent message to Earth. There was no reply. Another begged for negotiation. Silence answered. On Earth, human leaders watched reports quietly. Cities were damaged. Millions were gone. Still, they did not rush. A young advisor asked, "How long do we wait?" A senior leader replied, "Until they understand what they did." As alien systems failed, citizens began to suffer. Lights went out, food grew scarce, medical care stopped. Riots broke out on distant worlds, not because of humans, but because of emptiness. The alien council reconvened in fear. The old general finally spoke again. "This is the last warning phase," he said. "When humans stop helping, the clock starts. Desperate now." The council sent a final request. Not a threat, not an order, a plea. The human reply came at last. One message, shared across the galaxy. You were welcomed. You were helped. You were trusted. The message continued. You used kindness as a weapon. You broke peace by choice. Then the final line appeared. You have no more chances. The message spread fast. Fear spread faster. Alien fleets tried to regroup, but fuel was limited. Jump gates failed. Coordinates were locked. They wanted war, but war needs support, and support was gone. The old general lowered his head. "It has begun," he said softly. On Earth, humans did not cheer. They did not celebrate. They prepared, not for battle, but for the end of patience. The galaxy was learning a painful truth. Humans do not win by force first. They win by deciding who no longer deserves a future. Denied every final OPPO on Twythe. Collapse did not look like war. There were no explosions in space, no massive fleets clashing, no heroic last stands. Instead, everything simply stopped. Alien ships drifted without fuel, their engines silent, their jump drives locked by systems they no longer controlled. Trade worlds went dark, markets closed, credits became useless numbers. AI networks across alien space shut down one by one. They asked for human verification, human keys, human access. None came. The aliens tried to fight back. They aimed weapons at Earth again, but targeting systems failed. Navigation data was outdated. They were blind. On many worlds, food ran out, not because farms were destroyed, but because distribution was gone. Medical stations failed, not because doctors were dead, but because supplies never arrived. The alien council sent fleets to force trade routes open. Those fleets never reached their targets. Gates refused to open. Routes no longer existed. Panic turned into fear. Fear turned into despair. One alien emperor screamed during an emergency broadcast, "Attack the humans directly." A general answered quietly, "We cannot reach them." The truth was clear now. Humans did not destroy alien worlds. They removed their connections. Every system the aliens depended on, humans had helped build, had helped optimize, had helped maintain, and now, humans had stepped away. On Earth, human leaders watched the galaxy fall apart. Their faces showed no pride, only resolve. A commander asked, "Should we stop?" The answer was calm. They chose this path. Alien citizens protested in the streets, not against humans, but against their own leaders. Messages flooded toward Earth, apologies, excuses, promises. Humans read them all, and answered none. The old alien general recorded his final report. Humans did not defeat us in battle. They denied us every final opportunity. One by one, alien governments collapsed, not under bombs, but under silence. History records were lost, data archives corrupted, cultural memories erased by failing systems. It was not genocide, no species was hunted, but civilizations ended in the dark of space. Abandoned fleets floated like graves, powerless, forgotten. The galaxy finally understood. Humans did not seek revenge, they sought balance, and balance had been restored. The galaxy learns the rule. The war ended without a final battle. There was no victory speech, no surrender ceremony, only silence across the galaxy. Broken systems slowly stabilized, not because humans returned, but because what remained had learned to survive without them. Many alien worlds never recovered. Their governments were gone, their fleets lost, their power reduced to memory. The Galactic Council chamber was empty now. Seats once filled with proud leaders floated unused. Lights dimmed, screens dark. Only a few surviving racers gathered again, not to plan conquest, but to record a warning. They wrote new galactic laws, simple laws, clear laws. Rule 1 was placed at the top. Never attack humans when they offer kindness. The old general was no longer alive, but his words were remembered. They were taught in academies, shared in warnings, whispered in fear. On Earth, humans rebuilt quietly. Cities rose again. Children returned to schools. Ships were repaired. There were no statues celebrating victory, no songs about destruction. Humans mourned their dead. They honored names. They carried loss forward. A human teacher spoke to a group of students. We tried peace, she said. We gave chances. When those chances were used against us, we stepped away. One student asked, "Does that make us cruel?" The teacher shook her head. "No," she replied. "It makes us responsible." In distant systems, alien merchants changed their routes. Generals lowered their weapons. Diplomats chose careful words. Whenever a human ship appeared, no one laughed, no one mocked. They remembered. They remembered that humans do not rush to fight. They remember that humans forgive, but they also remember that forgiveness is not endless. In the deep archives of the galaxy, one sentence was added, not as a threat, but as truth. Humans are kind until kindness is no longer deserved. Earth remained protected, not by fear, but by understanding. The stars were quiet again, and somewhere beyond the light of known space, new civilizations listened and learned that when humans open a door, it is not surrender, it is the last chance to walk away.